Hi, this is part of the 7 Basic Human Movement video series, and this particular movement is the horizontal push. So horizontal, meaning in this plane, and we're going to be pushing away. What's interesting about a push is we think about our arms and our chest pushing, bench press, and it works our chest, but it's so much more than that. The back is hugely engaged in this, as are the abs, because you don't want your abs wiggling around. So you're going to have your abs tight and your glutes tight in all of these. And when you're pushing, you actually need to stabilize your back so that you have something to push from. If this is noodly, there's nothing to push from. So shoulder blades need to be pinched, shoulder blades need to be tight and pulled down, your lats need to be engaged. It's actually like your shoulder blades are in your back pockets. That way then you have a good stable platform to push from. So now let's talk about some of the equipment you can use for this. One of them you actually have learned in the mobility routine that I have you doing. You can take a band, put it behind your back, and push forward. Push forward like this with the band. It's good for warm-up, but then you can also turn it into strength training most certainly. So that's one way to use the band. Another thing that you can do with the band is put it around some solid object, and you can do these as single arm pushes. So now I can hold the band, get in a split stance, tighten my abs, my glutes, my back, and push. And you can do this with either arm. So another version of the horizontal push. You can also use dumbbells. So let's work on those. Let me show you the classic dumbbell bench press. You have your dumbbells, find your bench, lay down, your body becomes the bench. It has to be hard and tight. My back is engaged, and I push up. Now, a lot of my clients have shoulder issues, and actually I'm one of those. I just recently had shoulder surgery, and so sometimes the range of motion that we get on the bench press is a little more than our shoulders can handle. So this would work if you've got shoulder injuries or have had a shoulder replacement. You may want to change your bench press and actually do it off the ground. It's called a floor press. So it's the same idea. You lay down. You have your weights, your body's tight, and you push off the floor. Really useful for people that are recovering from shoulder surgery, but still who want a little bit of shoulder, back, and chest work. Now you can also do all of these with some larger equipment, and one of these is doing an incline press using a bar. Really simple. Put the bar at navel or hip height, depending on how strong you are, and you push. All right, let me take the bar down and I'll show you how to do this with some rings. Okay, so here's the TRX. Lots of gyms have these nowadays. Now these are complicated. They honestly are, because not only are you pushing, but these straps are going this way crazy, even more than dumbbells do. So you've got to really have a good tight body when you're working on these. And these are a more complicated version of the presses. So you've got to be here balanced, holding yourself, and then you push up. You can also do this with rings. Alright, so those are versions of your horizontal push. Actually, let me show you one more. And this we can do with the bench. I'm going to move it. This is basically a push-up. There are no girl push-ups. Push-ups off the knees are not particularly good because they don't allow your body to fully engage and become its own board, its own plank, and you don't get as much ab activation. And so when you're pushing, you need to have your abs activated. So instead of doing what you call a girl push-up from the knees, instead just move it to an incline, which I showed you with the bar, but you can do it on a bench. A cabinet in your house. Kitchen cabinets work great, bathroom cabinets work great. Here you are, butt's tight, abs are tight. I'm pushing the bench away from me, lower down, and up. That's your incline push-up, and that is a horizontal push, one of the 7 basic human movements.